Hello, welcome to another knitting lesson. Today is knitting lesson 10. We're gonna learn cables. So the cable we're doing today is cable 4 in the front. That's what this stands for. Different patterns will have different numbers depending on the stitch pattern. So you might have 3 or 2 or 7. And then F is for front, B would be for back. So just get that out of the way. So this is a little basic pattern I was following. You can pause and write this down if you want to. But this is what it looks like when you work it for a couple of repeats. So you'll see the cabling here. It's kind of like braiding. And there's lots and lots of different patterns for different kinds of cabling. This is just a basic one. So what I've done so far is, with my big thick yarn and my big thick needles, is I've worked up until the point where the cabling is going to happen. And I'm going to be using this. This is a cable hook. They come in all different kinds of sizes, but if you don't have them, you could use a double pointed needle, you could use a chopstick, you could use a pencil, anything that has two ends that you can get the stitches off of. So you wouldn't want to use a regular knitting needle, a straight one like this one with an end on it, because the stitches wouldn't be able to come off. So anything that's double pointed you can use. It does have this dip in it to make it easier for the stitches not to slide off. But in a pinch you can pretty much use anything you like. So the row for this, so I've got, this is the right side, so I'm going to be cabling my knit stitches here. And this is going to be purl. So I'm going to purl 3 for the border on this row here. 1, 2, 3. So for C4F, that means there are 4 stitches in the whole cable, but you're only going to move 2 at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cable hook, and I'm going to take 1, 2 stitches off and hold it in the front. That's what the F is for, front. Hold it in the front. And then I'm going to knit the 2 stitches that are left, that are knit. I like to put my thumb here sometimes just to prevent them from slipping. So we're going to do 1, 2. And then we're going to knit the ones that were on this cable hook here. 1, 2. And then we'll purl 3 to finish the row. 1, 2, 3. All right, so you can see now that the stitches that were on this side jumped over to this side, and the stitches that were on this side went under and are now on the right side. So this was a cable in the front, so the stitches that were carried, that were cabled, stayed to the front. If it was a cable to the back, these would have gone to the back, and the stitches that started on the left would be going over instead, because these ones would have been behind. And then for the rest of this pattern, it's a 6-row repeat. So you would just purl and knit however they're facing you. So this would be the next row. So I would knit 3, purl 4, knit 3, back and forth until we got to another cable row. And then I would do the same thing, where these 2 would come to the front, we'd knit these 2, and then the 2 that were on the cable hook would get knit. And that's how you make the corkscrew kind of twisted cable pattern, like on this. So you can see the cable goes to the front each time. And then the stitches that aren't carried snake under. But they'll switch each time. So that's what it looks like. And that is a basic how to cable. Happy knitting!